Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this from. Wherever you're watching this from, this is my 2024-2025 EFL Championship season review. Obviously, we're also reacting to my season predictions, which are on your screen right now. And obviously, I have put in the positions on the teams that did that one and where they did eventually finish in the season. So we'll start off. Where should we start off? We'll start off at the top, yeah. We'll start off the top. Start off with the easy ones. Leeds United champions, got that spot on. Even though they did use a few players, Leeds, they in the summer they could still easy invest in them good white replacements. Daniel Farker, well experienced, obviously had that experience with Norwich as well, knowing how to finish in the top two of the EFL Championship. Will be interesting to see next season how Leeds do in the Premier League. Will they spend the money? I would expect them to make a lot of signings, to be honest with you, because I do think Leeds need to make a lot of signings, need Premier League experienced players in there to help them keep their place in the Premier League as well. Is Barker the man for the Premier League? Not had a good record, has he, in the Premier League? He has gone straight back down. That's the only worry for Leeds. Maybe Farker will be under pressure straight away. Maybe he could get sacked maybe midway through the season if Leeds aren't in good position in the Premier League. And but yeah, Leeds had the squad, didn't they? They did have the squad to be at Leeds top three for me, even with the players they did use. Joe Pyro, Bamford, Solomon. Solomon's been one of the players this season for Leeds as well. Ramasani's been a good signing as well. Taneta been a good signing for Leeds as well. So Leeds always had a strong squad for me. That's why I did put them as champions for me. Also, I'll talk about the other teams in a minute. Obviously, Scott Parker was a new manager coming into Burnley. And I did have my concerns about Chris Wilder at Sheffield United as well. So, yeah, Leeds champions, got that spot on, so got one white. And yeah, successful season for Leeds as they are now back in the top flight where they deserve for the size of their football club as well. But we'll be interested to see how they do next season in the Premier League. Will Farker be under pressure straight away as well? Will Leeds have that ambition as well? Obviously, second place, Burnley, automatic promotion. I did give Scott Parker my man to the season in terms of my team this season. Incredible season in terms of the goals they conceded. They only conceded 16 goals. And I don't really see that in the Scott Parker team as well. So, something new, really, to be fair. Brownhill, stolen a lot of goals from Burnley midfield. Crucial to Burnley going off this season as well. And Burnley played, obviously, maybe not the exciting football, but they're very efficient for the whole season. Very good defensively, Burnley as well, and been a very hard team to beat for the whole season. Deservedly went up to the Premier League as well this season. And yes, see, again, Scott Parker's another one, isn't he? Not really had the greatest of records as a manager in the Premier League. I'm just a bit concerned that Burnley is just happy to be there next season. I do think they are one of the favourites to go straight back down, unfortunately, this season. But I hope all three teams that have done off this season do invest in the squad for me. Do invest heavily in the squad, get experienced players in. I know it's going to be hard and tough because everyone's going to want to stay up, etc., in terms of the standards and ambitions. But I do think Burnley would be one of the favourites to go back down, in my opinion. I do think that out of the three new promoted teams, I think Leeds may have the best chance if they can invest widely and their experienced players in. I just feel Burnley just happy to be there and they'll go straight back down, up and down like a pawn starts knitters. Sorry for that analogy, but I had to put that in. But hopefully on one Burnley. But yeah, fantastic season from Burnley. Especially only conceding 16 goals, which I think it is a record, isn't it? Over 46 game season as well, quite incredible. Third place, obviously I did that third place spot on. I did put Sheffield United finishing third. But I did put them to win the playoffs, and they ended up playoff runners up. I put Sheffield United start the season to beat Coventry in the PL final. I know Chris Wilder had a bad PL record, but I just thought I did think Leeds, Burnley, Sheffield United would be a level above everyone else in the Championship. That's why I did put Sheffield United off by the playoffs. But Sheffield United did end up losing to Sunderland in the PL final. And obviously, also, I may as well talk about that. I got Sunderland spot on. I got Sunderland's persistence spot on, but that's all I said. I only said Sunderland to reach the playoffs. That's about it. I didn't think they would reach the playoff final, in my opinion. Because I thought Coventry would beat Sunderland, and I got that semi-final right, didn't I? From the start of the season. But Sunderland obviously didn't that yet. Equalised to beat Coventry, and Sunderland again causing yet drama in the PL final. Sheffield United pretty much dominated the game, had the chance of Sheffield United to finish the game off. But Sunderland, very efficient. They're not the most joyful team to watch, Sunderland, but they're very efficient. And I feel a bit bad now for picking Stock Parker as manager season because I do think Reed season you play, for me, probably deserves a shout now for manager season for getting Sunderland up. Very inexperienced. He was inexperienced in the Championship as well, and he's got them up as well. So I'm still sticking with Stock Parker as manager of the season because of that record of 16 goals conceded, but Sunderland manager for me definitely up there as well. For getting Sunderland back in the bid time as well, back in the Premier League as well. And I'm kind of happy to see Sunderland back in the Premier League as well, or Sheffield United, because Sheffield United is just up and down for me. Up and down, and I just couldn't be arsed with it. And they would be too predictable. Sunderland, at the moment, will again. At the moment, for me, Sunderland are still one of the favourites to go straight back down. But let's see what they do in the summer. I think they'll be looking in the French market as well, the League One market as well, potentially. Wouldn't shock me to see Jordan Henderson back at Sunderland after seeing him in attendance as well. It's just a sign that makes sense, and the last time that happened was Adam Lallana last season, watching Southampton win the playoff against Leeds, and he ended up signing for Southampton. So I can see that happening with Jordan Henderson as well, signing for Sunderland, and that'll be a good sign and good experience signing as well. To have probably be doing the Tappan's armband straight away as well, as he is that leader, with his plenty of experience from Liverpool as well. And but yeah, fair play to Sunderland, especially with the drama in the final as well. Very efficient team. It is a failure for Sheffield United for me. I actually think Chris Wilder should get sacked for me. No, honestly, I know that's a bit controversial, but Leeds, Burnley, Sheffield United were all a level above the rest of the Championship for me. Not me trying to disrespect Sunderland, but Sheffield United should be winning that PL final for me. I think Chris Wilder should be sacked. I think he's stale as well. I do think he's an out-of-date pint of stale milk now, Chris Wilder. They keep going back to him, Sheffield United, don't they? I know he's got that experience in the EFL Championship. Maybe they'll probably keep him on next season because they'll probably see next season as their best chance to still go back up. Potentially because I don't think Ipswich Town will be one of the favourites to go straight back up after they're where they're in the Premier League. I think they may be a bit of another Luton Town for me where they may struggle potentially. I don't think they'll go down, but Ipswich, but Sheffield United will probably see that slot for me, where they'll be one of the favourites with Leicester and Southampton. For me, Southampton and that will still as manager. I think that's going to be very exciting for Southampton fans with the style he plays as well. Leicester, I think Leicester will go straight. I think they'll be one of the favourites to go straight back up. I still think they'll keep the core of their squad. Let's be real. Depends who the manager is as well. So, but yeah, I think it's a failure for Sheffield United not to go straight back up, in my opinion. Especially when Sheffield United were battling for the automatic promotion places as well. So yeah, I think this is a very good season for them. Coventry in 5th place. I think it's still been a settled season for Coventry. I know the start of the season off badly, didn't it, under Mark Robbins, and he got the sack. Frank Lampard came in, done a fucking good job. I'm telling you now, he's done a great job to get Coventry in the playoffs. As well, so they can take on for next season. It was more ahead of schedule for Coventry, wasn't it? This season, so they can kick on for next season as well. So I think they'll be up there with then Coventry, whether Bolton was Mawson or the playoff places as well. West Brom, who ended up finishing in 9th, a bit of an underachieving season for West Brom. I expected them to be in that top 6 race for me. So yeah, very underachieving season for them. So yeah, I got that one. Middlesbrough, I put them to finish 7th. I could see Michael Towers probably using his job now at Middlesbrough. I think Michael Towers has got Middlesbrough as far as he can for me. Then probably a bit of an underachieving season from Middlesbrough. Ended up in 10th. Norwich, I think for me, Norwich, it's not a surprise they were first team. They're a bit of an inconsistent team. Hot and cold for me. Hot and cold team for me. Sometimes exciting to watch, sometimes they end up getting beat. Bristol City, by the way, what an amazing season for them. They're in the playoffs. I did think Bristol City would finish in the top half of the table, but I didn't expect them to be in the playoffs. Ian Manning, another candidate for manager of the season for me. Fantastic job he's done with Bristol City, getting them in the playoffs. This wasn't to be in the playoffs. It's got outclassed by Sheffield United, but they can learn from that, and then they'll be one of the teams to watch next season as well. Bristol City. Blackburn. I had Blackburn in 10th. They ended up in 7th. For me, start of the season, everyone had Blackburn to go down. I was like, really? I can't believe people had Blackburn to go down start of the season. Because under John Hughes, I did wear John Hughes as a coach. I really did. And that's why I said 10th. I thought they'd be top half, mid-table. I didn't think they would be in any trouble at all. I just couldn't believe people done for Blackburn to go down, to be honest with you. But obviously, they ended up finishing 7th. Obviously, I was 3 places off with that one. So yeah, a bit of an overachievement, I say. Bit of an overachieving season from Blackburn, especially with what experts were saying. But I thought they'll be top half anyways, to be honest with you. 11 place, we've got Hull. Massive underachieving season for Hull. Being in the relegation battle, just surviving on the final day as well. They've sacked Ruben Sells as well. Be interesting to see where they go next, Hull. But you would expect a better season from Hull next season. I would expect Hull to be back in the top half of the table, in my opinion. Not bound for where they're soon. In 12th place, we got Luton. I had Luton in 12th place, and wow, a disaster of a season for them as they suffered back-to-back relegation. But that ain't for me. That's not unusual though, because we saw my local team, Carlisle United, back-to-back relegations as well. Luton in League One, massive underachievement of the season. Massive failure of the season as well. Disaster getting relegated to League One. Rob Edwards kept him for too long. Kept Rob Edwards for too long because of what he did in the past with Luton, getting them up. And there's more questions to be answered now on Rob Edwards. Is he really the man for the EFL Championship? I think he is, but I don't think he'll be someone you would go for if you battle for automatic promotion for me. But yeah, they kept him for far too long, and I think they made the one appointment in Matt Poonfield as well. I think Matt Poonfield should have stayed at Wickham. If he would have stayed at Wickham, Matt Poonfield, I think Wickham would have went up to the EFL Championship, in my opinion. It was just a risky job for Poonfield to take, down into Luton, who were at the bottom, battling for survival. It was just a risky job for me. I think Luton should have went for someone more experienced to try and keep them up, in my opinion. Obviously, they did that. Obviously, good results in the back end of the season, but it just felt a bit too yet, didn't it? Just felt a little bit too yet. And at the start of the final day of the season, away at West Brom, where they got beaten off West Brom, to be honest with you. So yeah, at the start of the season, a bit of a shock really to see Luton get back-to-back Daytons. And then I think it'd be hard for Luton in League One as well. I think it'd be hard for them in League One. I think they'll be top half, maybe in the playoffs. I don't see Luton chancing for automatics in League One, but I do see them more chancing for the playoff places, in my opinion, in League One. But yeah, the start of the season for them and the season two for that. Stoke City, slightly underachieving season for me. I expected them to be mid-table, especially with the signings they did make with Lewis Kumas as well. Obviously, they don't Mark Robbins in charge. Mark Robbins doesn't have a transfer window, you would think, at Stoke. He'll have a transfer window at Stoke to get his own players in, see how he does. But then he'll probably be under pressure as well to achieve. But yeah, Stoke's ambitions next season would be probably mid-table, top half, for this, to be honest with you. And I think Mark Robbins is perfect for that. He can stabilise the club as well. Watford got that spot on. I got that spot on in 14th. A bit like Norwich for me, just hot and cold. 1 minute they're good, 1 minute they're bad. Inconsistent team. Turn up for one game, then don't turn up for the next game. For me, Watford. Obviously, ended up sacking Tom Kevery. And the dot a Spanish courts in, which is a normal criteria for Watford. They always shut the door for Spanish managers, don't they, in the past. So it'll be interesting to see how he gets on as well when he comes over to Watford. But yeah, Watford love sacking managers for the fun of it, don't they? But to be fair, they did Tom Kevery the whole season, didn't they? To be fair, which was a bit of a shock because they normally wait till 10 games and sack the manager. So, and I think it'll be the same then next season for Watford, probably mid-table. But we need to see what happens in the transfer window, don't we? So, yeah, not surprised by Watford, not surprised by QPR either. QPR 15, they were in trouble in the start of the season, QPR. They were in the relegation battle, but ended up surviving easily. I didn't expect them to win the relegation battle. I just thought it'd be like a mid-table season and proved to be a mid-table season in the end with QPR. Sheffield Wednesday, I had them 16th, they ended up in 12th. Not that far off, to be honest with you. I did say probably mid-table finish, around mid-table for Sheffield Wednesday. Danny Ward will probably stay at Sheffield Wednesday, but I don't know. I don't think he will stay at Sheffield Wednesday. He was getting to the Southampton job, but he's been in with the top jobs around Europe. He's been in with jobs around Europe, so I do think Sheffield Wednesday may use him, to be honest with you. Because he's done a decent job as well at Sheffield Wednesday. And the thing with Sheffield Wednesday is I think they need better owners as well. They do need better owners to try and drive that ambition up at the club as well. Millwall, I was horribly wrong on Millwall. I had Millwall to finish 17th because normally in past seasons, Millwall are normally that team where they have one good season, then have one bad season. This season was the good season for Millwall, who ended up finishing 8th, just missing out on the playoffs. As well. I do think it'll be a slight drop off next season for Millwall. Because they're always that team, they always have one good season, then the next season have a bad season. So I do think Millwall, I'll probably still put Millwall in the same position as I put them in this season, to be honest with you. For next season, to be fair. Or maybe mid-table, to be fair. Because that sort of club, Millwall, normally a mid-table team, Seattle's chancing for the playoffs. So that's what they will be next season. Swansea, I put them to finish 18th. They ended up finishing 11th, so a bit of an overachievement from my part for Swansea, in my opinion. Got Yuka Modris, who's going to be a shareholder now at Swansea as well. I think he's retired from football now, Modric. I know he's definitely left Real Madrid. So I'll be interested with his investment in that Swansea as well. And it'd be interesting to see what Swansea do next season. It's a hard one to judge with Swansea, in my opinion. But then, I think they'll probably be in the same position they finished this season, probably mid-table for next season, potentially. But obviously, I'm not doing my season predictions yet for next season. I will do my season predictions for next season near the closer to next season. Portsmouth, successful season for Portsmouth, did what they needed to do, stay up in the EFL Championship. Good job from John Mousinho. Corey Bishop, Josh Murphy were key parts of Portsmouth with their dual contributions to them staying up. And good to see Portsmouth stay up as well, because good to see the sides of Portsmouth in the EFL Championship. Hopefully now be a stabilised club in the EFL Championship as well. I put them 19th, but I was still right on Portsmouth staying up, but ended up in 16th. I was right on Preston. I was spot on Preston in 20th. And I never thought I would be spot on, because I thought the knowing mid-table, bottom half-table team, Preston, and are they now starting to be stale now in the EFL Championship? Are they now starting to be found out now in the EFL Championship? Paul Heckingbottom, he had an impact straight away at Preston, but Preston pretty much lucky not to be relegated on the final day, to be honest with you. Be interested to see where Preston. Oh, I tell you what, it is looking a bit peaked for Preston for next season, though, because the Championship's getting even more stronger with the likes of Birmingham and Wrexham coming into the EFL Championship on one of Charlton and yet Orient. So I think Preston are looking over the shoulders. I really do. I think they're looking over the shoulders next season in terms of, they could be one of the teams who could be favourites to go down. Which will be a shame, because they've not been a stable club, haven't they, in the EFL Championship? But how long can you continue to be a stable club? That's the thing in the EFL Championship. So Preston, I was spot on that. Cardiff ended up bottom of the table, ended up getting relegated from the EFL Championship. I think that's down to the owners for me. I think it's been a long time coming for Cardiff. That's why I did put them 21st. I still felt they would survive just by listening to the tape. But I said start of the season, they will get found out at some point, Cardiff, under these owners as well. Under these owners, they don't care about the club, let's be real. Don't care about the club. The one manager appointment as well. Yeah, it was just a mess with Cardiff for the whole season. And deserved to finish bottom of the table. But they will be one of the favourites to go straight back up in League One, especially with the size of Cardiff as well. And the budget they'll probably have as well. But we'll wait and see in terms of their budget and the players they sign. I think Cardiff may start slow in League One next season, but I think they will eventually get themselves up there for automatic promotion, or at least finishing the playoffs in League One as well. So, yeah, disaster of a season for Cardiff, but it's not a surprise really, because they were going to get found out at some point because their owners not caring them for the club at all. Obviously, now into the bottom three, I had Derby to get relegated. They ended up finishing 19th. I think Derby would have got relegated if they wouldn't have appointed John Eustace, in my opinion. But John Eustace has been the difference on keeping Derby up. What a manager, what a coach John Eustace is. And it would be interesting to see Derby next season. Now John Eustace has a transfer window with Derby as well. He'll get them up the table, in my opinion, as well. So, up next, Plymouth. I got Plymouth spot on in 23rd. I did think they were one of the favourites to go down, especially with Wayne Rooney at the start of the season as manager. I don't rate Wayne Rooney as a manager at all. I really don't. Yeah, what is Wayne Rooney's level? Does he need to try and manage in League One? Because I actually put Plymouth down just because of Wayne Rooney as manager. It's tactically not done enough as a coach, and that's why he got the sack. And when Plymouth were starting to show signs of staying up, again you could say it was a bit too late. It was a bit too late, and the talks are in now. Yeah, he beat Liverpool, but Plymouth were they were still inconsistent for me. They beat Liverpool in the FA Cup, but then ended up losing to a team in around them, sort of in the EFL Championship. They were the results they were getting. So for me, yeah, the certainly went down, in my opinion, in the end. But yeah, I think Plymouth will be chancing for the playoffs next season in League One. They are that sort of team. So yeah, they'll definitely be good enough for League One for me, Plymouth. So we'll wait to see what happens in transfer window with them. And finally, Oxford United. I was hoping won Oxford United. I thought Oxford would go straight back down after winning the playoffs. They were one of the favourites to go straight back down. Massively underachieved this season. But not just that, then they weren't aware this in Battle Oxford, and they went and appointed a well-experienced manager in Darry Rowett, and they stayed up easy at Oxford. Great appointment. That appointment came at the right time. When I saw Oxford make that appointment, I was like, yeah, they're staying up. They're definitely staying up this season after they made that appointment, because well experienced, EFL Championship experience as well, Darry Rowett. And yeah, and a very good season for Oxford, staying up in the EFL Championship. And then, this is the thing, who the hell some be favourites to go straight back down? Maybe Oxford, maybe one of the favourites to go down this season because of that second season syndrome now. But we'll wait and see. But yeah, great season for Oxford United, staying up. So that is my 2024-25 EFL Championship season review. I'm reacting to my season predictions. Feel free to leave your thoughts down below on the EFL Championship down below in the comments. And what were your season predictions from the start of the season? Feel free to leave them down below in the comments. And yeah, I will catch you out if you go for the league table that is finished ads, because I will catch you out. I was like, you didn't predict that at all. So yeah, take care, stay safe. So yeah, and the next season review, there should be a few season reviews coming along in during the week. There'll be League 1 season review, League 2 season review, a Premier League season review, and a National League season review as well, coming up in June next week or so. So feel free to leave your thoughts down below in the comments, and feel free to leave your start season predictions down below in the comments. What were your predictions from the start of the season? Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you all later. And the next EFL Championship video I will do will be my season predictions for next season, which will be in July or August time. So stay tuned for that.